Okay, today's topic is how to be a consultant. Now, I used to be a consultant before I retired, which is only recently, and my fee was $25,000 or euros up front, payable in gold coins or Bitcoin. I didn't care how it was paid. And it was lifetime consulting, my lifetime, not the lifetime of the client. And I would say I had about 5 or 6 new clients every year, which obviously provided a nice income from consulting alone. And I did other deals as well. But how does one get to be an expensive consultant? Well, let's cover the points. First of all, you have to know something or understand something that other people don't. And you have to provide some kind of service. Now, the first thing is, the rule in capitalism is find a need and fill it. So if you're going to be a consultant, you have to know something that people need and will pay for. Now, if you're going to be a piano teacher, which is kind of a consultant, because basically every teacher, short term, is a consultant. By the way, that's the difference between a teacher and a consultant. A teacher may have a 1 year, everyday job, but a consultant comes in, does his job, and after it's over, uh, he's done. In my case, my consulting clients would really, uh, I'm the unlimited consultant. The first few months, I probably was almost an 8-hour day job because I was getting them set up in basically a new life. That was my forte, you might say, getting people who were needing a divorce or child custody or having a big argument with their government, how to basically start a new life and make money and maybe go to a new country. And for a lot of people, it was like those old medieval maps. At the end of the map is sea monsters and stuff. People are used to their own country, but in very many instances, they think the rest of the world is a hostile place. Well, it isn't. It's okay. But now let's get into your problem. You want to be a consultant. The first thing is, if you're going to be a consultant in something like music or art drawing, you're basically going to be working at minimum wage because your clients, potential musicians, uh, age 8, don't have a lot of money to spend. And so the topic of your expertise has to be something that rich people need. Now, what could that be? Well, there's a chap who makes videos the last 10 years, and his specialty was getting uh, passports, second passports for people so they could not necessarily relocate, but so that they could, uh, if things in their own country got bad, and many people think that they should have a plan B, basically, if you have a second passport, you have a place to go. So, this chap, he was a consultant on how to get your second passport. And that could be 100,000, 200,000, or even $1 million per passport. Wealthy Chinese have been known to pay up to $1 million to be able to relocate to a place like London. Okay, now, how do you get this expertise? Well, I don't know if it was Einstein, but somebody said if you study any subject very diligently for Well, it depends. I suppose cutting hair as a barber might be a few months, and going to become a lawyer and an immigration consultant, that might take you a couple of years. But the point is to get certain knowledge and expertise that is saleable to rich people or corporations that need you. So let's assume that you have some expertise that will help people become, a champion. If you're the coach of a champion athlete, that could be worth a lot of money. Or horses or yachts, things that rich people indulge in, are very good topics for you to gain expertise in. All right, now once you have that expertise, here comes the secret. There's an old saying: build a better mousetrap, and the world will beat a path to your door. Guess what? Not true. You can build a mediocre mousetrap, and if it has a good publicity and advertising, and these days talk on the internet, you have a viral sensation of something, that is the kind of publicity you need. But in the old days, and still today, guess what? The man who or woman who wrote the book on the subject is considered the expert. Yeah, that's an old saying. Yeah, he wrote the book on it. Okay, so for me to become a consultant, I did in fact write 3 books, and one of the most famous ones was called PT, and PT stands for Perpetual Tourist. That was the story of somebody who would live 3 months in every country, well, not in every country, 3 months in different countries. And uh, as a result of that, he was never subject to lawsuits or divorce courts. He was always moving along and always a tourist, perpetual tourist. And that was my topic of consultation: how to be a perpetual tourist. For that, you need a lot of paperwork. You need residence, maybe in a tax haven like Monaco or Campione, which is a poor people's Monaco. Well, anyway, you write the book, and there are public relations people who will actually help you uh, become famous. Obviously, if you're famous, you're sought after as a consultant, and you can set your fee to whatever the market will bear. Now, I didn't want to have a lot of clients who were, wage slaves or garbage men. Not that there's anything wrong with being a garbage man; it's a noble profession. But they can't afford 25,000 for my consulting. Okay, so the trick is to get a that would be actually be a consultant, a public relations person who could get you lots of publicity and traffic and eyeballs on your internet communications. Obviously, you write the book, and it has to be interesting, and you have some hooks in your book. You say, okay, if you like chapter 1 on how to do this or that, you can contact me for uh, further information. And one of my hooks was a free or very inexpensive consultation for maybe 1 hour. And the 1 hour consultation, I gave my best information. I remember my mother once said, don't give them your best information in a preview. No, wrong. You give people your best information in the preview, just like the movies do. They put in the best scenes, not the worst scenes in the coming movie. Okay, so I think I've covered the most important points about becoming a consultant. One, know something, become an expert in some field that will help either corporations, or, for instance, these days, if you became a consultant in artificial intelligence, you really knew what you're doing, and you could sell your consulting to people who could use it to make more money or have a better life. So, in any event, expertise. 2, write the book. 3, get plenty of publicity and traction and eyeballs, become well known as the expert. Having a blog like I have, since I don't talk about anything in special, well, maybe I'll talk about recipes and you can think I'm a great chef. But in any event, you get your traction and you become a well-known expert. And if millions of people see you and know you, you can be sure that you can make 5 or 6 clients a year at 25, or in today's money, maybe 50,000 per head. And that is our message for today on how to be a consultant. I will see you tomorrow.